So I will now show you a strength challenge that will probably blow your mind. Because this will be an isometric challenge, standing on one leg. And the purpose here is to illuminate you just how effective standing still, first of all, can be, and how effective standing on one leg can be. Like this exercise is called Marching Warrior. I developed this already like a couple of years ago. I had this actually, I was training this position. It's one of the positions actually in the morning routine 20XX program that we have. We have there a stability routine that has many like isometric positions that you're actually holding. But people are really not always, or there's not so many people who have really realized the power of isometrics and especially the power of stillness. I started to realize it after I started training, for example, Qigong with Grandmaster Jiang Yushan, and where there's actually entire methods for standing still and just holding your position still. And those were so powerful and so like groundbreaking things that I was trying that I had never experienced before in my body. I was completely blown away, and I want to give the same experience for you as well, like just how powerful they can be. And I think this challenge, Marching Warrior, should be perfect for that. The Marching Warrior position itself, it is like this way. So I'm going to be standing on one leg. I'm going to raise one leg into the air. I'm going to also flex the angle a bit up like this way. Then one leg comes here, straight, horizontally. Oops, already losing balance. There you see, it's not going to be easy to stay here. One leg is here on the waist. I'm going to show it also this way. Oops, like this way. So this is the position. It's kind of like a very martial arts kind of themed. Yeah, as the name is also Marching Warrior, so it's kind of like warrior stance. You know, sometimes you do like a punch this way, but we do it in this way. We're kind of like taking a step forward, raising your leg up, trying to keep the knee also about horizontal. So this challenge will be 3 minutes in this position, and that should be enough time to show anyone just about how effective this kind of training can be. So we'll start this challenge, and I hope you join me in this one, because this will really give you some new insight of your body and of the strength of your, for example, hips. So let's do this together. I'm going to put here the timer. Let's see. 3 minutes, or put 3 minutes and 5 seconds, so I have time to get into the position. So I'm gonna do it. Let's get started. So firstly, so remember the angle. I don't let the angle just hang low. I connect kind of my entire body, so that's why I also flex the angle a little bit upward, so I feel also the tibialis muscle. Of course, I also feel the hip flexor, because this leg is up. And the first thing you might notice, like even for me, even still, and this is actually, the floor here is like this tatami mat, which is a bit soft, and it makes it even harder. But you may notice even on a hard floor that it's not so easy to stay even still just a few seconds in these kind of positions. And so staying still, it really gives you an opportunity to truly get deep into those muscles. Because there's no chance for you to escape the tension. There's no chance for you to really rest. Yes, you can sort of relax within your mind. You know, you accept the pain, you accept the physical discomfort that brings, but your muscles will have to face the ever tensioning or tightening contractions and tension in yourself. And you may have never even really stimulated your muscles in this way. The common way to train is to kind of tense and relax, contract, relax, contract, relax. Now it's a good way traditionally, but the isometrics bring it a little bit deeper. It's the tension that stays, it remains, it remains, it remains. And this is required when you want to really hammer some weaker areas in your body. They require that you maintain the tension. There are some areas in the body, some smaller, weaker muscle groups, that you will not engage them into their fullest extent if you always tense and then let it go. Tense, let it go. Especially when people do like a few reps with a poor control. You need to fight sometimes. The Marching Warrior. Don't lose your balance, don't lose your stability. But as I was saying, there are muscles that require time to get worked out. Especially some weak, stubborn muscles. This is one of the secrets, like what I'm telling you. Like most people don't tell you this, but maintaining tension and contraction. Wow, it's starting to feel. It's one of the best ways to stimulate areas in your body. Whoop. Yeah, it was a mistake to watch the time. Focus. Hold it tight, hold the ankle, hold the hip up, hold your shoulder up. So for some people this might also feel in your even shoulder area. But most likely the standing leg glute will be on fire. And of course the hip flexor of the front leg. Hold it. Don't let the leg drop. Enjoy the feeling, newly found sensations wherever you feel them. Ah, wow. So that was 3 minutes. And of course, in this challenge, we need to also do the other side. So if you just do one side, it's gonna cause probably a lot of imbalance. So I'll put the 3 minutes again. We do the other leg. See? So, but by now, you know, you can keep a break if you want to. You can keep a slight break and feel out your muscles, see what happened, what was the stimulus, just observe yourself. But by now you should definitely feel the effectiveness of the effect that this type of training can bring. And we did zero movement, it was only staying still. We weren't counting repetitions, I was not trying to lift super heavy weight, there's zero external weight in this one. So you literally, no repetitions, no heavy resistance, and you get your muscles extremely worked out. And also practicing balance and stability. And single leg strength is something we practice, well, of course, like I said, this is from the morning routine. But in Athlete Training Exercise, we have like many, really like dozen of different single leg movements that you're doing, probably even more than dozen. And the reason for that is because I've realized that standing on single leg is one of the most, let's say, functional exercises that you could be doing in terms of your overall athleticism. You need to be able to support on single leg. You need to be able to support on your glutes, even on the knees and everything. Yeah, this other side is much more difficult. So the goal is to stay still, but as you can see, even I'm shaking here a little bit, especially because I have to also focus on talking and such. For you, I would recommend you to stay in silence, breathe, just focus on the tension in your muscles, don't spend your time on distractions. If you have hard time staying still, focus on a point in front of you on the ground, watch it fully, don't move your sight away from the point where you are watching. So
55 seconds.
55 seconds, let's do this. I'm shaking a little bit. Wow. But the stimulus and how deep it goes, like, oh crap, it's unbelievable. Like, you can do like tens of reps for your hip flexors, you might not get the same impact as this just holding it still here gives you. You might do a ton of like glute raises, but you're not gonna get the same glute stimulus that you get by just holding this position. See, this is active work. I will show you with this arm. Like here, just holding my hip up, because I'm not letting my hip sag or something like lean there. I'm holding it up constantly. So I'm working on the stability of that glute. Keeping me sideways up is something that's also lacking for many people. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that was tough. So, of course, again, this is just one stance that you can do among many. Like in the morning routine, we have like, what, 20 different isometric holds that you're doing in a sequence. You're not holding any of them like for 3 minutes, but you can, of course, gradually increase the time. But the point here is to kind of illustrate really how powerful staying still can be if you do it for a prolonged period of time, and if you choose good positions. Because this opened up to Qigong and everything else, it opened up the whole new world of training for me, of getting much deeper stimulus into my body, other than just doing repetitions. Of course, this traditional way, and this doesn't mean that you should never do like traditional repetitions and counter reps, but isometrics, and especially when done correctly, can give an enormous benefit for your body. This is what some of the ancient masters used as one of their main methods in building rooting and grounding and stability in their bodies. It is not something that we came up with. This is something that has thousands of years history. If you know where to search for, you will find it from there. But it's also something that we have developed further in our training methods and programs through different positions. So try this marching warrior. I'm exhausted in my hip muscles, but you might feel also the shoulder, you might feel the medial core, whatever. But try the marching warrior. Put 3 minutes. You can aim up to 5 or 10 if you want to, but this should be the beginning, and see the results happen actually in real time in your body. Take care, guys. Stay strong.